To the future, darling.
To us.
For 21 years, I believed I knew my wife. I believed in our marriage, in the home we built, in the family we raised. But the truth is, I spent 2 decades sleeping beside a stranger. And the night I finally saw her clearly was supposed to be our anniversary, our celebration, our proof that we'd made it through everything life threw at us. Instead, it became the night everything I trusted shattered. We all dressed up for dinner at Meridian, the kind of restaurant where the napkins cost more than my favorite shoes and the steaks come with names longer than the Bible. It was me, my wife Amanda, her sister Rachel, Rachel's husband Ben, our kids Sophie and Jake, and a few close friends who still believed we were the perfect couple. Amanda looked flawless in a burgundy dress, hair styled to magazine perfection. But everything about her smile felt rehearsed. I kept pretending it was stress. Marriage was work, that's what I told myself. Halfway through dinner, I stood up to make a toast. I said nice things about love and commitment because that's what you're supposed to say after 2 decades. Everyone clapped. Amanda clinked her glass against mine with a polished smile, but I felt nothing. And I didn't understand why. When I excused myself to the restroom, I splashed cold water on my face, wondering when we'd lost the spark. That's when the door opened and a woman walked in, someone I'd never seen, terrified and shaking. She checked to make sure we were alone, then whispered, "Your wife put something in your drink." I saw her do it. I froze. She described watching Amanda stir something into my champagne while laughing with Ben. My brain tried to reject it. My wife? Doing something like that? But the fear in this woman's eyes was real. She slipped away before I could say a word, leaving me staring at the mirror like a man in someone else's life. I walked back to the table in the fog. Amanda and Ben were leaning into each other, laughing like they shared a secret. His hand rested low on her back. Her fingers brushed his arm. Suddenly, every odd moment of the past year, the late nights, the gym trips that never made her fitter, the expensive new underwear I'd never seen her wear slammed into me. My champagne sat untouched beside my plate. Without hesitating, I switched our glasses. She didn't notice. She toasted forever and drank the glass meant for me. Poetic justice tastes colder than ice. Minutes later, I watched her unravel. Her laugh cracked unnaturally, her eyes lost focus. Her knees buckled when she tried to stand. I caught her, acting like the worried husband. To everyone else, she looked drunk, but I knew. She'd meant to drug me, and whatever she'd put in my glass was now in her bloodstream. The worst part wasn't the poisoning. It was seeing her melt into Ben, relying on him instinctively like he was the man she trusted more than me. When he wrapped his arm around her waist automatically, everything clicked. Their body language wasn't new, it was familiar, practiced, repeated. While I pretended to fuss over her, I took out my phone under the table and texted Marcus, a college friend who became a pay. "I need everything you can find on Amanda. Now." "I'm on it," he replied almost instantly. That night I got Amanda into the car, told the kids she must have mixed medication with champagne, and watched Ben texting furiously in my rearview mirror. I took mental snapshots of everything his panic, Amanda mumbling his name in her half-conscious state, the mess of lies she'd built. Once home, I carried her upstairs, tucked her into bed, and closed the door on the woman I no longer recognized. Then I went to work. In the garage, I installed a GPS tracker in her BMW. In her gym bag, I found a burner phone wrapped in leggings, proof she'd gone far beyond emotional cheating. I photographed everything. I didn't touch or question anything that might tip her off. Evidence first, confrontation later. 3 days passed before Marcus delivered the truth. Hundreds of text messages between Amanda and Ben, 5 months of hotel bookings every Thursday. Champagne, chocolate strawberries, massages, bathrobes on my money. Security footage showing them laughing, kissing, sneaking around corners to avoid being seen. Every clip felt like a punch, but I forced myself to watch. I needed the pain. I needed the clarity. Nothing makes you stronger than losing illusions. Then I prepared my counterattack. I moved half our savings into a secure account. I transferred the house deed solely to my name using paperwork she absent-mindedly signed. I hired Patricia, the county's most ruthless divorce attorney, and I waited. Not out of weakness, but strategy. 2 Sundays later, everyone gathered at our house for brunch. Amanda laughed like nothing was wrong. Ben looked relaxed. Rachel chatted about school events. I lifted my orange juice and said, "To 21 years of marriage, and to the man who has been keeping my wife company every Thursday at the Grandview Suites." Ben choked. Rachel froze. Amanda blinked like a robot malfunctioning. I laid the evidence out on the table: hotel receipts, photos, text logs, security footage. Then I slid a photo toward Amanda. Her in a hotel bathrobe, laughing, Ben's hand visible in the frame. "That's a good look on you," I said coldly. "Shame you never looked that happy with me."